Howdy there. Here to talk about The King's Speech. This is my second viewing and review of the film. And it's also a home experience. I received a screener through my union and watched it and enjoyed it. It played well on the small screen. I'm going to go for a 9, which is pretty much what I gave it in the theatrical experience. With, I believe I said an exception that I would give the film an 8, but Colin Firth's performance is so magnificent that the film gets a 9, a single point for his performance. And I still kind of feel that way, but, I mean, the movie is great. So, I'm going to have to give it a 9, just and forget the 8 stuff. Though, I will say that the performances are amazing in this film. It's, why you watch the film. I did find myself getting restless at a couple points in the film. In that second hour of the film. And though I have no idea how you would do it, if you could cut out 10 minutes of the film, that would help, Again, I just felt that it dragged. Or just wasn't as thrilling as it is in other places. It requires your attention. You have to pay very close attention. This is a film where a large portion of it is two people talking to each other, which is great for acting. Again, the acting is amazing here, pretty much all the way around, but it requires that you listen, and listen actively, for an extended amount of time. And perhaps it is just me, but that can grow taxing for a little bit. But again, not bad. I mean, it's, not terribly. The film is about who would become King George VI. The film opens in 1925 at a speech in Wembley Arena, and you see Colin Firth as the Duke of York trying to give a speech. I think it's an amazing opening scene. You know how films open with, a big action scene or something to hook the viewer. Well, I was hooked after the first scene here. Just heartbreaking, sets the tone for the film. Just great. Again, had me hooked from, the start. The man who would become King George has an incredible stammer. And it's his search for curing that stammer. He finds, his wife finds a speech therapist. They work together, and, this is covers a couple decades. So there's a lot of stuff going on, especially when you're, in the royalty of England. There's lots of stuff going on all the time. This does cover a couple decades, but it's about, what you're focused on is friendship. So the film is about friendship and overcoming challenges and adversity. So it's a very inspirational film. I found 127 Hours to be more inspirational, but this is very inspirational in that way. And I think it's, just because of the performances, probably a better movie. I'm not sure. It stars Colin Firth, Helena Bonham Carter, Geoffrey Rush. Actually, I have a handy-dandy guide here. Guy Pearce, Jennifer L. She's the wife of Geoffrey Rush in the movie. She's not in it much, but she's awesome. I loved her in this movie. Michael Gambon, He was awesome. He's King George the Fifth. He was very good. He always is. Derek Jacobi, Timothy Spall. Timothy Spall just basically had to grimace and kind of look like Winston Churchill. But very underused, but he was alright. Claire Bloom, Queen of England. King George V's wife. Anywho, Colin Firth, star of the show. A career performance. An Oscar-winning performance, certainly. Really, it's just kind of magical. I don't really know how else to say it because I don't know how he did it, you know. And when you're sitting there and just wondering, how did they do that? Then that's got to be magic, right? So Colin Firth's performance is magical. It's amazing. You know, it's amazing. I don't know what else to say about it. He deserves any award that he gets, and he should get them all. Definitely by far the most inspirational performance I've seen from an actor, in my taste, since Daniel Plainview from There Will Be Blood. I just thought this was amazing, and what it must have taken to, you know, I wonder if he broke character. You know, did he stammer in his real life? I want to know everything about this performance. And his acting partner here is Jeffrey Rush. He's the speech therapist who helps King George, who would be King George. And Jeffrey Rush is great. He's always great, even when he's in not great things. So here he holds his own, more than capable of holding his own, against Colin Firth and this performance of a lifetime. He doesn't get buried by it. He doesn't get outshone by it. He is just a perfect match for King George. Just great acting. Helena Bonham Carter, I think, is outshined, and she doesn't have as many notes to her character, but she's still very good. She delivers, and she's beautiful, and yeah, she's Helena Bonham Carter. The film is directed by, I want to say Tom Hooper. Why doesn't it say it? It's Tom Hooper, I believe. I'm not familiar with any of his work. Apparently he's done some mini-series on BBC. I'm not sure. But Tom Hooper, it's kind of, I mean, I appreciate it because every shot is like exquisitely composed. You know, often beautiful. Sometimes I found it kind of annoying. I mean, not annoying, but not in service, because the focus isn't the actor in some of the shots. Like, the actor is in the corner, and the rest of the screen is filled up with atmosphere. And I want the actor to be the focus. You know, I want to see them acting. You know, I want to be right there in their face. But that's my taste. And a desire to see what's going on. Where usually the shot is composed, again, beautifully, but with the actor off-center, down in the corner, something like that. But still well-edited. The director's job is to tell a story visually. He does that. Maybe he drags on a little bit, like I've mentioned, but it's very good. I'm not sure who wrote this. It's not on my screener. It should be. But I guess that's where it has its highlights and its lowlights, is of course the writing. It's very funny. It's very uplifting. Again, it's very funny. There's one joke that is told pretty much back to back. They tell a joke and it's being recorded, and later they listen to that recording, so you get to hear the joke again, and it's, you know, just as funny the second time. So there are moments of comedy here that come through wordplay and character interplay that, again, if you pay attention, will reward you. So it's a funny film, sad film, uplifting. Hopefully I haven't said that too much. It's just really good. I don't really know what else I can say about it other than Colin Firth's performance is magical. It really, because he's so good and Jeffrey Rush is so good, the other actors, the satellite characters, have to really ring up their game, and sometimes I didn't get that. Like Guy Pearce, it did not thrill me too much in this film. He just kind of had to whine and of course look hot. And Timothy Spall, again, that kind of stuck in my craw about how he just kind of grimaced and played a caricature of Winston Churchill. But again, these characters aren't in the film very long. But Michael Gambon isn't in there very long, but he nails it and is amazing. So sometimes the satellite characters kind of didn't rise to the occasion of being with Firth, because I think Firth is nearly in every scene, and he carries the film. So definitely one of the year's best. Colin Firth will get every award, and he deserves every award. I imagine that will be the only award that this film wins. I don't see it winning Best Picture. I don't see it winning Best Director. I don't see it winning Best Screenplay. But Best Actor, definitely. And Best Supporting Actor for Jeffrey Rush, even though his performance is nearly a dual performance with Firth, he would get nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and that really, I mean, he might deserve it. I don't know. It's a tough call. The acting here is just classic. So that's The King's Speech. Second viewing at home. I'll give it a 9. Solid 9. Thank you.